and welcome to my studio. Today we're working on the Halloween tulle balls, and these are so much fun. You can use them as centerpieces, you can put them on candle holders to display them, or you can hang them from the ceiling or doorways to make a fun festive party for the Halloween season. It's fun to put little spiders and all kinds of fun things on them. There's lots we can do. They're really simple and inexpensive to make, so let's show you how. This one I did a little bit thicker and had a little bit more in it, and I actually think I like the one with less better. So this was probably about 10 yards of the black and then about 3 yards of the glitter. So that's something to think about. All you do is go get some scrap cardboard and take a plate, whatever size you want to make them. And on this bigger one, he was about 11 inches, but the inside is important. I did the inside about 3.5 inches so that I can get my tulle spool through the middle. So that's something to think about. On the purple one, he was about 8 inches across. So however big you want to make them. And then cut both of the circles out. Try and get this as centered as much as possible. And then cut it across from here to here so that we can take this off of our pom-pom. It's basically a pom-pom maker when you're done. So, and I just used old packages that I had got in the mail and just did them that way. So whatever you kind of think or have laying around is just fine to use. But you do need 2 of them because your thread, when you go to tie it off, has to go between the 2 pieces. The one nice thing is now these are going to be in my studio and I can use them time after time after time. So I went to Walmart the other day and they had some tulle and they had a great deal on it that was $1.97, I believe, for both of these. My solid color has 20 yards and my glitter or pattern one has 15 yards. And I loved the spider web. I just think that is just really awesome and it just shows up so well. So I am going to be using that, and this was the one that I would be using around 3 yards. It depends on you how much you really want to put into the center, but I think it should just kind of be a highlight or something like that. It shouldn't be the main focus. It just adds to it. So I'm just going to hold that first part there with my thumb and I'm going to come back over it. I'm not straightening out, for one thing. It doesn't straighten out and lay all the way real well. You want it kind of nice and neat and flat, but don't worry about having it straight because, like I said, when you go to do it, it's going to curl in anyway. So I'm going to kind of just do this all the way around my circle one time before I switch over to my orange color. I've gone all the way around nice and even. I'm going to trim that guy up at the top because that's the way he'll get cut. And then I'm going to start my orange. And I may have used closer to 5 on that. I may have done that one a little bit thicker. So, but I just like I said, a little bit of it, not too much. But this is a fun pattern on the black. So now I'm going to do the same thing again and just keep going around on this, and I'll probably go around 2 times with this, depending on how close you get it together. The closer you get it together, the less it can kind of do, but I'm going to go ahead and use probably right around 10 yards of the orange. Okay, I've gone around those 2 times, so I'm going to trim that up at the top, and then we're going to start trimming it. So we're going to kind of come in here and trim some of this at the very edge until we can get in between the 2 pieces of cardboard. And there we go. And I'm using snips. They seem to work very well, especially when things are a little bit thicker. And we did decide to start carrying those at miriamjoy.com. Just for this reason, that I have found that they're so useful in all of my crafts. And to just kind of hold on to them, but don't let them go anywhere. They'll kind of just sit there until you get them tied. Don't worry about it. Just don't wiggle them around too much. Okay, almost all the way around there. All right, so we're going to set that down for a minute. And then I'm going to tie this, and if you want to hang it, you want to make sure that you leave a long enough piece to hang with. You can use whatever you want to tie it with. I am using artificial sinew. I really like this because it's got a waxy coat on it, so it is easier to hold a knot in place until I get it tied. So I'm going to put it between the two pieces of cardboard again, and we will tie it from there. I'm going to bring this around a little bit so that second piece isn't as long as that first piece. And it is easier if you have another person that can come and stick their finger in the middle of it. You want to tie these as much as possible and get that extra knot in there. So there, we've got that all nice and tied. Okay, once we've got that tied, this is where our cuts come into play, and you're just going to pull it off of your pom-pom. And that's basically what it is a pom-pom. And you really shouldn't have to trim. You might find a one or two kind of like that guy, maybe where we started or finished, but other than that, you really shouldn't have to trim. Don't get too picky. But isn't that cool with that spider web? We really got the Halloween theme going on there. And like I said, you can hold it and hang it, which would be really fun, with a bunch of those for a party, or 3 of them kind of in a window or whatever you wanted. And if you didn't want to hang it, you can take your candlesticks, turn them upside down, and put a couple dabs of hot glue right there and put that on top. You can make the taller one by doing the same thing. We'll place it right and then put some E6000 right here and glue it together. Now that's got to dry for a while, and then put your hot glue gun and put your pom-pom on top. Another thing I found was these spiders, and these were actually clip-on spiders, so I just clipped them right on, but there's all kinds of fun ones that you could just add a little bit of hot glue onto just to give them a little bit more of a spooky feeling. But there's so many things you can do with these. You can change them up for different seasons, different colors, but I just really enjoyed these and had a lot of fun with these. I hope you really enjoyed that. Working with tulle is kind of my fun thing this year that I've really been experimenting with. So make sure you subscribe to our YouTube, check out the rest of our Halloween videos and fall videos, and see all the fun different things. We're also going to be making a pumpkin out of tulle as well. So come on over and check them out, and you can always visit at miriamjoy.com. Thank you. God bless.